Propelled by a grueling and highly competitive fall, the 2018 Ole Miss baseball team enters the spring determined to see how far they can go. With a healthy blend of seasoned veterans and talented underclassmen, the Rebs are the talk of the town in Oxford.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out chasing a fastball high, and I mean, he's just dominating. 12 strikeouts, a dozen for Rollison.
High ball to left. This one pretty well hit. Cooper Johnson thinks he got it all, and he did. A 3-run home run for the Rebel catcher, Cooper Johnson.
And a wild pitch by Anderson. The throw to the plate is not in time. And a walk-off wild pitch scores Dillard, and Ole Miss wins it.
With a perfect record in their back pocket, the Diamond Rebels set out to do what elite teams do: win on the road.
All right, so let's take a look at the itinerary. 7 o'clock, the flight, we're leaving here at 7. They're gonna have stuff on the bus for the guys. We go in the opposite direction. We go to Atlanta, and then we have a 45-minute layover, and then we leave at 1:45 Eastern Standard Time and arrive at LAX at 3:35. So Chris, you're the best math student we have in the office. So how many total hours is that?
5 hours, 50 minutes.
That's almost 6 hours on a plane. Wow. I don't think I did that once. I flew to Tokyo. And so that's a long time on the planes.
Coach, where do you want the bags as far as you're talking about players' bags?
Yeah.
You want it in the locker room so the guys can just pick it up and go?
Yes.
Okay.
I want their bags packed Wednesday night, sitting in the locker. So now the thing might be you could give them the big bags maybe on Tuesday after the game. Maybe that's the way to do it. If I'm them, I'm bringing my glove and I'm putting it in my backpack. And what do we decide about the hats?
Hats, the guys take one hat and we bring hat box. So they can bring their Navy hat and we'll take the red hats and hat box.
They're gonna pack their own bats?
Yes, and they're checking those and they're checking their cleats.
If you say we bring in like 15 extra bags, we have to bring buckets of balls. We have to bring helmet bags, all kinds of stuff.
This is our hat box. It's a pretty heavy duty box. We don't want the hats getting smushed and traveled or anything. So hardcore box so that when they show up, the hats are ready to go.
So we give the guys an equipment checklist and they go through it and make sure that they put everything in their big bag when they get in here. As far as their jerseys and their BP tops, anything for practice, undershirts. And then everybody gets a travel suit, which is like a jogging suit basically. So they get like wind pants and a wind jacket, and then they have a travel polo, which so we look nice in uniform when we're going through the airport together or what have you. And then they get these nice shoes, the travel shoes. We probably have like 40 extra hats. We bring extra pants, extra jerseys, like 8 pairs of each size of bat and gloves in the game bag. The game bag goes in the dugout with us, so if somebody's bat and gloves ripped, or we bring extra belts if their belts rip or whatever when they're sliding. So we have our game shirt, which is given to the player of the game, if you will. Then we have our green shirts for the base runners. It's called the Game Changer shirt. Basically, if whoever was the best base runner the day before, the yellow shirt gets rewarded to the player that makes the best defensive play the day before. All right, guys, I appreciate the help. Great work today. Let's go to California.
We're about to head to Bourré and give it a little rep talk for some fans over there and check in with the team. It's awesome to have, you know, this kind of talent in a staff. You know, just to be able to come out every day and compete for a job, because, you know, nothing's given around here. Coming in as a sophomore, stepping into, you know, the leadership role of, you know, showing the young guys, you know, how things are done around here, and, you know, getting the freshmen, you know, accoladed to, you know, a new atmosphere and a new team. We're here at Boo-Ray. Let's go in and see what they got for us.
Rep talk's like the hardest thing we do on campus.
It's nothing like pitching. That's easy.
I got more nerves about to talk right now than I do in front of 10,000. So you know what to expect.
Yeah, I know what to expect.
He does them after wins only.
I did it 2 weeks ago, and then they weren't sure how the season was going to go, so they didn't schedule me for last weekend.
Until we get the sweep, and then
I appreciate you pitching well and all that, so we got to come back and rep talks.
That's right.
And the coach.
If I didn't pitch well, I wouldn't be here, would I?
You won't be here again.
No, that's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, sophomore from Jackson, Tennessee, on the Ole Miss baseball team, Ryan Riles.
How you doing?
Not as good as you. You're doing pretty good.
Doing well.
Ryan, talk about Cape Cod. What was that experience like? I mean, there's like a ton of good guys that go there.
Right, yeah. I was just excited to get out, you know, to that part of the country and, you know, meet some guys around the country that are the, you know, the best college baseball players in the nation, and really just talk to them about, you know, things that they, you know, have learned over the years. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I want you to know, I put you as my favorite thing on the Ladies Forum survey.
When I got up on stage,
yes.
Did you learn a lot?
I did.
That's good. That was our goal. Thank you.
You were the best.
I appreciate it. I looked up here and I saw myself and I was like, I got distracted for a second. I was like, I gotta look back. But it was good. Thank you. Did you hear me? All right, good. It went well. It went well. See ya. It's easy to pitch in front of 10,000 because they're not on top of you. But then public speaking like that in front of 30 fans, pretty tough.
Morning, guys.
Why are you all the way in the back?
Huh?
Why are you all the way in the back?
Because I knew nobody would sit back here with me, so just got my own seat.
He said he's going to mess with me the whole time, too. Amazing.
Is there going to be karaoke?
Huh?
Is there going to be karaoke?
Oh, yeah. We'll hear a little singing this morning.
You're not the only funny person.
Best way to start off the year.
So who would like to go first, and who has a pair of beats that they would like to go?
The first competition on this Rebel Road trip will not be on the diamond.
Oh, boy.
It will be on the microphone.
Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby. I just can't look, it's killing me, and taking control.
Jumped in the cab, here I am for the first time. Look to my right and I see the Hollywood sign. This is all so crazy.
Never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna go. Just a small town girl, living in a lonely world. This is a town, but all in all, never was a cloud. But since you've been gone, I can't breathe for the first time. You look so dumb right now. Standing outside my house. Hey, hey, I wanna be a rock star.
I think this year's Rebel Idol winner would have to be Max Trophy.
Yeah!
Woo! Thank you.
Feel really good.
It's your birthday. You just got a win.
It is my birthday. Got the win. That really boosted me up today.
Yeah.
And I just went in with a good attitude. I really gave it what I had.
You left everything out there?
I did.
Everything.
I did.
Always in a competitive mode, the Rebels bide their time in the airport with a new contest. Best neck pillow.
Yeah, I would say that Houston and I have an upper hand at the moment. Oh, and Dallas, because we have the connectors. I think that plays a big role. But I really like Dallas just because he has the white piping to add a little flair to it.
I think mine's pretty strong. Seems pretty comfortable, so we'll see how it goes.
Where'd you get it?
Store right over there. Have no idea what it was called. Go ask Greer, see how his is holding up.
Well, to be honest, it's a little loose on my neck, but I mean, if there was just like one more button right here to connect it right here, it would be perfect, but
I think Gray and I actually originated the neck pillow game because we brought our own in Houston. Our moms got it for us before the trip. So we actually had the first neck pillows, and then they saw the neck pillows over there, and they just wanted to copy us. So I guess the Oxford boys have the neck pillow game really tied down.
He does have a neck pillow. I didn't want to waste the money on it because they're going to give us a cushion headrest. So. Wow.
Back. Are you instantly more comfortable?
Yeah, immediately. This is a high quality one too. I think I got it from like Ross or Marshall's.
See, I got the traditional pillow from home, so even when you're on the road, you still have a piece of home with you, so you're always comforted.
I think Thomas showed me this.
You can use it both ways.
Big Jim and I just freaked out and bought some. There was a deal.
If you turn it around,
basically buy one, get one half off. So Big Jim and I went and grabbed some, and then Thomas was showing us which ones to get and how to wear them. So just trying them all out, you know.
Drama? Yeah. Well, James is all big and bad because he just bought a neck pillow because he got a big deal, but he won't let me go because apparently I'm not tall enough for one.
Fitch is just mad because nobody will split the neck pillow with him.
I don't get the $10 discount that old 6'7" James MacArthur gets.
Fitz is salty for no reason. He's trying to make up something that just because I was tall they gave me the discount. Which is not true. It's a discount for everyone. It says on the sign.
I'm not saying the cashier gave him the discount. I'm saying that he won't let anybody else go get the pillow because he's so tall. He needs all the pillows in the store.
What?
Good. I really like that neck pillow.
Really?
Yeah.
I like yours.
Thank you.
Quality. I didn't get a neck pillow. I'll just lean back, sit a little lower.
You'll be okay.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
A 45-minute delay in Memphis, coupled with a 2.5-hour wait on the tarmac in Atlanta, put the team inside of an airplane for almost 10 hours en route to Los Angeles, making an already long day even longer.
We are in LAX, the big crowded city.
Getting loose. Need stretching out. Do need some food.
All right, what's the practice? We're going long stretch because we had a long flight. 10 minutes of ground balls. Then we're going to go pop fly communication. Then we're going to have quick BP. As we sit here at 9:10 Pacific time, which makes it 11:10 Central Standard Time, it is 2 hours past my bedtime. 2 hours. Good, good. Excited about it. That's perfect.
Soft. Clam soft.
I need base runners. Be sure you understand where the cuts are. Get your lead.
But I do appreciate it. I know it's a hard trip, right? And but guess what? It's baseball. You're college kids. You know, this is it's 12:30, right? You probably still got a couple good Fortnite games in you, normally, right? Our time. And so I think you're going to survive it. Tomorrow we get up, we eat breakfast, and then we come here, take some BP. It's supposed to rain tomorrow morning. That's why we're putting the tarp on for them. And then we'll, but it's supposed to get out of here about 2 or 3, so we feel pretty good about tomorrow's game. Oh. Wow. Oh no, it's not done!
Cooper and I feel personally attacked by the Fortnite comments that were made during the team meeting.
Fortnite is nothing to joke about. It's a serious matter.
It's a lifestyle.
And to add on to that,
we're good. We're good.
Tarp pool's amazing.
Run it!
We love tarp pool.
Tarp pool's amazing.
No.
That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. That's it. That's me.
Yes.
That's Houston. That's Houston. Connor, that is Houston. We have it on camera. No, he had the foot.
He came off the tarp. He came off the tarp.
Foot.
It doesn't count. Disqualified.
Connor, DQ.
Best tarp pool on this side of Mississippi. Oh, I know what you
Day doesn't look that great, but we're feeling great. I'm glad to be out here, ready to compete, and hopefully keep up the streak.
Nothing like some rain in California. Exactly what we didn't expect, but you know what? Good.
Me too. I made 1 out, 2 out of 3.
Spears is just doing stuff to get out of throwing BP.
Yeah, Spears just like to watch. He doesn't really like to help a lot.
Yeah, I know.
He acts like he's picking up balls, but he really is just trying to play basketball.
First off, I didn't know it was a bad thing to stretch. Second of all, I came in here and threw my round of front toss. So they don't know what they're talking about.
I have extremely small hands, so I think 4 is my max. Not a good day.
What would you rather do? Hit for the cycle or hit 2 jacks?
Cycle, for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd rather hit 2 jacks.
Yeah, you have 4 hits though.
Now, if you were 4 for 4, 2 jacks. 4 for 2 jacks, 2 doubles, I'm probably going 2 jacks and 2 doubles. Not 2 jacks, not 2 doubles.
2 jacks, no question. Trying to imitate Tim Elko, he challenged me.
That's like out of 10, that's probably like a 4, maybe like a 3.5.
I feel pretty good, you know. Ready to start the day. Gotta get breakfast in, get hit in, gotta go rest for a little while, get ready for tonight.
In the game of baseball, unpredictable weather can cause a last-minute change of plans. Friday's game was no exception.
I think we're all right. I don't think the heavy stuff's going to come down for quite a while.
We come to Cali to get away from rain, and we just like bring it with us. I mean, first flight delays and now rain delays. It's just one after another. But good. We're going to embrace it.
Gray's throwing a live bullpen here. He's been throwing the ball really well lately. I think Gray wants to bring the pitching back. He was average at best in high school.
Pointer's coming. Choopy. I'm ready for it. All right.
We're really bored, so we're seeing how much pressure we can put on this scale.
I saw 9.
190?
We play the hat game.
We're trying to figure it out for about 20 minutes.
Hat game. I have 30 pink elephants.
Yeah.
And then Ant gives me 4. And then Bob
get eaten by a snake. How many pink elephants?
4.
I don't think these
I'm saying 24. Oh,
43.
wow. That's a lot heavier than I thought.
Do it again. 4 times. Ready?
Do something. Don't do
1
3.
elephant on his head. How many? 2.
Yeah.
I had it earlier, and then I just must. I don't have it. Say it. All right.
Nick, what are we doing right now? We're playing real life Fortnite.
Boom! We'll be back tomorrow for a doubleheader. Don't know what time yet, but we're ready to get 2 dubs tomorrow.
All right, first meeting, we got everybody here. That's good, it's good. So far, so good, Ryan. Little golf club? Good. About Long Beach, I just said this to the pitchers. You look at the record, they're 3-6, but don't get fooled by that. All right, you're smart. You're smarter than that. Now, this team, is an Omaha type team. This is a team, a program that hosts regionals. This is one of the best West Coast teams. That's why we're out here. Okay, and so it is a test. And when you look at it, don't get caught up in that. But one of the things when you hear about this West Coast baseball or the bunt game and all of that, let me make sure, and I wanted to say this for everybody. They do it because teams screw it up. Right? They do it because teams can't handle it. It's not because they just can't hit, so they chose to bunt this year. This is part of who they are. Give this team extra outs, and the way they pitch, the game becomes tougher. That doesn't mean that it's over. It just makes it tougher. And so we got to be better in the field, smarter, field the bunts, defend the steal, make them earn it, make them have to get hits to win.
The Ole Miss Rebels take the field for the first time here in Long Beach. Ryan Rollison to the mound, the sophomore left-hander, 6'3", 205, 2-0 on the year, .90 earned run average.
Even with the scouting report and the dominant Rollison on the mound, the Rebels would learn early that defending the small ball approach of Long Beach would be a much larger task than anticipated.
Throwing around a bunt, here's Duran, gets it back out, right back to Rollison. He will throw over to the second baseman covering first, but Duran beats him to the bag.
Rollison with the runner going, the pitch comes home. Fortez's throw is not in time.
Trying to help his own cause. Duran takes off a huge lead. The ball is high. Duran steals third base without a throw.
Yeah, and small ball. I mean, we've gone to the West Coast, and this is how they play. They're going to try to bunt the runners over. They like to run. They like to steal.
That was our first time this year that we've really faced, an opponent like that. That they played the small ball game a lot. That's how they live by it. And I think, like I said, we just got a little rattled. Really, they just do that to put pressure on our defense. And we knew coming in, but it's kind of hard to handle. But it's just baseball.
Because when you go like this and you go like that, and hop off, you got no shot. You know what I'm saying? Or go like this and go, and then go. You know what I'm saying? And don't get that frustrated too much at what just happened. It's a baseball. You know what I'm saying? But that's how you're going to defend it.
37 pitches now for Ryan Rollison into the windup here, and a tapper back to the plate. Duran trying to come home, and he is going to be caught in a rundown between third and home, but the ball is dropped momentarily by the third baseman. Duran is still in a rundown. Rasmussen will be at second base.
And now they're going to say there was interference over at third base. There was contact with one of the fielders in the Long Beach runner, and Long Beach is going to get a run on a play that they had absolutely no business getting a run on.
Well, I just don't think we handled it very well. But that's one of the reasons that you go on the road. And we, probably the frustrating thing I think for us is we knew what to expect. We knew about the stolen base. We knew about the bunts, and we just didn't handle it very well. And that's why teams do it. They put a lot of pressure on you, and obviously Long Beach is good at it. But we didn't handle ourselves very well, and that's disappointing. But the good news is we were able to recover.
Come here. Okay, listen to me. This is not what any of us wanted, all right? But this is why we came, right? To see if you were tough enough, right? You want to be good, you got to handle it. This is the reason we're here, all right? You can crawl into a hole and say I'm embarrassed, or you can just start competing. I want to see guys that'll compete for me right now, all right? That's what I want to see.
Breaking ball lined into right field for a base hit. Andrews ready, and a line shot. That's over second base and into the gap in right center. Here comes Johnson around third. He will score easily. Zabowski will be held at third. It's an RBI double for the freshman, Tim Elko. Here's the pitch. Shot. Third on a short hop, but then having trouble with it is Robinson as he couldn't get out of his glove. He loses it. Everybody is safe. Elko scores the second Ole Miss run. 2 outs, runners at the corners. 3-2 game. Ground ball down to third, and it goes right through the legs of Robinson for another error. Servideo comes in to score. On his way to third is Kessinger. He's in there, and we're tied at 3 apiece.
Despite the red and blue battling their way back, in the end, the dirtbag bullpen would close the door.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Servideo goes down swinging. And the Rebels go down for the first time this year as they fall 4-3 here in game 1 of the doubleheader.
Echoing what I just said a few minutes ago of being able to go on the road and have some adversity. We want to win them all, and then you want to win them all big, but you're not. And sometimes it's good that you kind of get in those situations, and we responded pretty well.
It's not hard, right? It's not hard to figure out, right? You can't win the game like that unless you're going to score a ton of runs, right? You can't play like that. It's just, and so I said it in the middle of the game, and I meant it, and I mean it now. This is why we're here, right? At the end of each video, it says good, okay? And what that means is you got to handle the adversity. We'll have days like this, right? We'll have days where we weren't good. We'll have days where it's hard to figure out the other guy. But you got to have enough confidence in yourselves in the way you play the game that we can make a play, get off the field. So this is the deal. This is why we're here, okay? We're here to be tested. First loss. Nobody thought we'd be 56-0, really? Right? There's not a guy in this locker room that thought we'd be 56-0, and it was never the goal to be 56-0. We just want to get better each day, all right? Today, so far, we haven't played real well. Let's see our first handle of, the first chance to handle adversity, how well we'll handle it, all right? Get something to eat, get ready for a baseball game. Come on.
And welcome back once again to Long Beach as we get ready for game number 2 of this doubleheader between the Ole Miss Rebels and the Dirtbags of Long Beach State. On the mound for the Rebels will be junior right-hander Brady Feigl.
Brady's an ace, and we're fortunate we got 3 guys that can be Friday night guys, in the SEC, and Brady's outstanding. He's got electric stuff.
I'm Feig. Here we go, Feigl.
Here's the pitch, and had him way out in front. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Yeah, set him up on the 0-2 fastball, purposely off the plate.
And the pitch is...
Yes!
He tried to check his swing in. He went around on the appeal. Here's a swing and a miss, and it is a quick inning for Brady Feigl as he gets 2 strikeouts.
Following the example of their captain on the mound, the Bats came alive to give the Road Rebs an edge on the scoreboard.
You got to win it. Come on, Goals. Win this. Win this.
Here we go, 8. Here we go.
Hey, what you say, kid?
And it's lashed down the right field line, curving.
Yeah, that's fair. It's in. Yes, sir.
It is a fair ball into the corner. That'll be extra bases for Golson as he will slide in with a lead-off double just inside the right field line. 1-0 pitch from Bayun is hit on the ground down to third. Runner will not be able to advance, but now it's a wild throw. Gets over the first baseman, Jones. Golson will go on to third, and Cockrell will go to second. So an error allows the Rebels to really get something going. Second and third, nobody out. Here's a wild pitch now. That will get the Rebels on the board.
Yeah. That'll work. Yeah, we'll take it. Woo! Yes, sir. Rebs are running.
And this one hit sharply. A worm burner out to second. Durand will throw him out, but it'll be an RBI for Elko as Cockrell comes in to score.
You know, we just kind of had a different mentality going to that second game. We faced a better pitcher, and we took advantage of our baseball, and I think that showed in the second game.
And even though we didn't have a ton of hits, we had a lot of extra base hits and a home run and maybe 4 or 5 doubles, and it seemed like every inning we were threatening.
Game 2 of a doubleheader as Nick Fortes steps in. He flied to right his first time. He hit it hard, but right at Stotler out there in right field. Hits this one on a line to deep left field. Going back, that ball is gone. Home run, Nick Fortes, his 3rd on the year. It's 3-0 Rebels.
Boy, what a laser. That ball couldn't have been 30 feet high. Somehow sneaks over that left field wall in a big ballpark. What a good swing by Nick Fortes.
Although the Diamond Rebels were able to amass a 3-run advantage, the Dirtbags would not waver, adjusting and putting hurler Brady Feigl in an almost insurmountable position.
Brady Feigl is going to have to pitch himself out of a bit of a mess.
Squares the bunt here. Bunts it down the third base line. A good one. Johnson can't pick it up, and Jones is going to reach. Everybody will be safe.
When Coach came out and talked to me, he said, look, biggest thing we can do, we got a 3-0 lead, bases loaded, nobody out. Minimize. That's your job right now. It's just because, I mean, you got in this situation and some of it wasn't your fault, and it's going to happen that way. So just do your best to stop the bleeding there and then give your offense a chance to get out and punch back.
And Feigl still in all kinds of trouble. Here's a ground ball to second. Adams will go to second. Kessinger with the relay. It's not in time. They'll only get one, and the game is tied at 3 as Mercadal scores.
He handled it. You looked out there, his body language. But as a coach, it's still a little scary just because you're not quite sure. You got to make sure that you run a guy to the bullpen. We sent Houston Roth down to the bullpen just in case it was going to be too many pitches for him to get out of it.
Here's a throw to first. They got the runner picked off there. Fortes fakes the throw to second. Now does throw, and they do get him.
Gray makes the tag, and now 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning.
And now a 2-2 pitch. A swing and a miss, strike 3, so he does get out of it, limiting the damage. But they do get 3 runs in the inning on 4 hits.
A well-timed steal call and error by Long Beach would put junior Jacob Adams in scoring position, setting the stage for Gray Kessinger to give Ole Miss the lead right back.
3-2 pitch. It is hit on the ground. That will get the run in.
Yes, boy! Yes! That's our game!
Here we go to the bottom of the 9th. The Rebels trying to hold on. And it'll be Dallas Woolfolk.
Just having a guy like that at the back of your bullpen is awesome, because you know if you can get it there or get it close to there with a lead, you'll be good.
I mean, he's a bulldog. He's bad company. You know, when he's up there, you know, everyone has all the confidence in the world in him. He has all the confidence in the world in himself.
Go Dallas! Hey, here we go, Dally, right here, babe.
Woolfolk ready, and the pitch popped up on the infield. That's infield fly rule, and it's out number 2. A huge out there for Woolfolk and the Rebels.
Let's go!
Here's the pitch. Line drive left field. Dillard is there, and the Rebels win.
Let's go!
Woolfolk pitches out of trouble in the 9th. What a game. What a couple of games here. 2 one-run affairs. Both end by the same final score of 4-3. Long Beach State wins game 1. Ole Miss wins game 2.
Congratulations. And we'll talk more about it tomorrow. All right. So I want you to enjoy the win. And it's good to be pressed like this. It's not going to be easy, gentlemen. It's going to get harder than it is. But you got to handle the game, all right, and not just the mistakes. Obviously, in the first game we made plenty of mistakes, but you got to handle the emotion, all right. You got to handle when you don't do well, or when the calls don't go our way, or when it rains, whatever it is. Probably better just take a deep breath, have some good body language, and act like it doesn't bother us, right? Just act like it doesn't bother us, and then pretty soon that act will be real. And then when people look in the dugout, we won't look like the nervous team or the team that, we're searching. We'll look like the team that looks like they're always going to win. We didn't look like that today. I think that's the thing that disappointed me. We didn't look like that today in certain cases. But the good thing is, I think you realize that you're good.
right? And so we were able to bounce back in the second game and handle it. So tomorrow, let's just come out and play good baseball.
It felt good. You know, you got defense behind you making plays and makes it easy to start rolling through innings. And, I mean, they did great behind me, and that really helps you out on the mound. So, solid second game. We're looking forward to tomorrow. James MacArthur on the mound. He's good, man. We're looking forward to it.
It was a tough one. You know, we lost the first game, and you got to win games like that. You know, it was really tight the whole game, and a lot of emotion in that game. So it was a great win right there. It'll really help us down the road.
You know, a lot to discuss. You know, yesterday was a long day, but as we do, and probably the best for me, you know, repetition's the mother of skill, one of my favorite sayings, and so to continue to go over things to improve. This isn't to hurt your feelings, you know, and it's not about you, and it's not about your feelings. This is about us and us getting better every single day. You can't be the team that plays with a lot of energy, but when it gets tight, when you make a couple mistakes, right? All of a sudden you don't run balls out. All of a sudden you make bonehead plays because you're thinking it. All of a sudden the ball's down the right field line and you don't cut it off, or you don't. Again, we're gonna make mistakes. I get it. Just play the game, all right? Go to the next pitch. Control what you can control. That's what I wanna see you do, okay? So that day's gone. Now we move on. Good news is we rebounded from a not a real good first game, played much better the second game. But what I know is games like yesterday are going to make us better, all right? We have to learn to we can't wait to Omaha to all of a sudden be pressed a little bit. And you may be pressed again today, all right? Let's handle it better. Better at bats, better pitches, better plays in the field. We're here to play baseball, right? We're here to get better. We're here to win a national championship. And so today, let's use yesterday to make us better. Let's go get them.
Getting ready for Game 3 of this series against Long Beach State. Now here with head coach Mike Bianco. And Coach, I know you're disappointed yesterday in Game 1, the way the team played, but came back, fought hard, Game 2, and won a tight game. Gives you the opportunity to win the series, which is what you're really looking for.
No doubt. And, you know, this is why we're here. We just have to have some quality at bats. You know, yesterday was disappointing because we started the weekend with, you know, some easy outs, but we got better as the day went on, and hopefully that'll jumpstart today.
After a baseball marathon the day before, the two ball clubs took the field for the decisive game in the series. The Rebs handed the ball to junior James MacArthur to take them across the finish line.
We call it Energy Sunday here. So Coach B talks about how the team that brings the most energy is usually the team that wins the game, because we've been there for so long and it's the last game and you're thinking about the flight home and everything. So it's cool to get the ball and be able to set the tone for a day like that.
James MacArthur will take to the mound, the big right-hander. He had 2 starts this year. He has pitched very well, but no record. .87 earned run average, 10 in the third innings, 10 hits, 3 runs, only 1 of them earned. He has struck out 10 and walked 4. Opponents hitting .250 against MacArthur so far this season. The ground ball back to MacArthur, who fields it. He'll take it himself and step on the bag to retire the side. Runner going again, swing and a miss. Throw down to second, and he is out. It's a strike him out, throw him out, double play, and the Rebels are out of the second. MacArthur's pitch, swing and a miss. Got a bad swing there and a high fastball. And there is the strikeout for MacArthur.
How about elevated fastball, Eli?
Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Elevated fastball again. Very similar to pitch what we saw Rivera strike out on the hitter before. There's 0 chance you can catch up to that one at 90.
Here's the pitch from MacArthur. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Torres goes down swinging to start the bottom of the 5th.
Elevated fastball. Most of James' strikeouts today, that's where they've come. Ball's out of the zone, up. Hard as James throws, not going to hit it.
Dirtbag shortstop Santino Rivera, and there is that elevated fastball for strike 3.
And it looked just like the last time. Rivera's trying to hold it. So with the slow motion swing through the zone. Rivera's had a rough weekend at the plate. I mean, they really just overmatched all weekend by this Ole Miss staff.
This one hit on the ground. Backhanded by Fortes. MacArthur covers. Nice play there. Fortes to MacArthur to retire the speedy Durant.
I'll tell you, Nick had to go a long way, and then you get that overspin second hop. Kind of jumped on him. What a play by Nick Fortes. James MacArthur where he's supposed to be. He does an excellent inning to keep momentum in your dugout.
With the big right-hander cruising on the mound, the Rebel hitters would step on the gas at the plate.
Hey, just give me good at bat, man. Hit a line drive up the middle. That's, act like the guy's throwing, 92 with a great breaking ball. With that kind of intensity is what I'm talking about.
3-2 pitch. Swung on, line drive. That's going to be a base hit into left field. Zabowski around third. Here comes the throw to the plate, and it is not in time. Zabowski scores on the Johnson single, and the Rebels strike first.
And Coop gets a big, 2-out single, kind of get us on board, kind of to get us rolling there, and we had a lot of those clutch hits throughout the day.
Line shot into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. One run is in. Keenan's going to be held up at third.
Great! Yes, sir! Great man! MVP!
Bats have come to life, batting .500 with runners in scoring position at 3 for 6. Much, much better today. 1-2 pitch to Zabowski. That one's hit on the line into left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Dillard is around third on his way home. He will score without a throw. Into third goes Golson. It's another 2-out RBI hit, and the Rebels lead it 6-0.
We just have good at-bats, put them together, keep the chain together, as we like to say, and once you turn around that quad board, just number after number, you realize, wow, we got this thing going, and it's a lot of fun when it's that way.
At DH, left-handed pitcher, I think that's the move we'd make.
Chase Cockrell going to pinch hit here for Cole Zabowski. This one is lifted deep in the air to left. This one will fly out of here. Chase Cockrell with a long home run.
Well, we have talked so many times, there is some real juice in that young man's bat. I mean, he can drive a baseball. Look like he's guessing first pitch off speed right there, and I mean, he hammered that ball. Hard to hit a no-doubter here. That was a no-doubter.
Saw Chase turn on that ball and hit it, and I kind of paid attention mostly to his bat flip. He pimped it pretty hard and flipped the bat, and I looked up in the sky and the ball was still going. He cleared the second fence back there, which had to go over 410 feet or somewhere around there. It's one of the farthest home runs I've ever seen hit.
Somebody that can come off of the bench like that, cold and not having many swings, just being able to drive the ball 700 feet like you did, it's pretty cool to watch.
This one is hit hard down into the right field corner. That is a fair ball. Row around first on his way to second. He will have a stand-up double here with 1 out in the top of the 9th. Kessinger hits it hard on the ground. That's a fair ball past the third base bag and down into the corner. That'll be extra bases again. Adams comes in to score. Kessinger has his third hit of the day, his second RBI of the day. Connor Green looking for the final out. Give the Rebels the series win. Here's the pitch. Lifted in the air towards left. Dillard will catch it for the final out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nice job. Nice job. Good weekend.
It's a cool weekend to go down there and have a tough Friday night game, lose it, and then bounce back and win the next two. So, we got to take that mentality that you're never out of the fight and that we can always come back and win a series and just keep punching back.
Listen, congratulations, and you certainly showed up today and you finished the weekends, and that's what clubs do. We didn't play our best baseball yesterday. We talked enough about that, but today you were good. Some big days by several guys, but none bigger than a guy that went 0 for yesterday. I don't know if it was 0 for 7 or 0 for 8, something like that, but then goes 3 for 4 today, 2 walks, and plays great defense. Mr. Kessinger. Thank you. Hey, but a lot of people played well, and guys off the bench played well, and that's us.
Hey, what official weekend, boys? Proud of y'all. Rebs on 1. 3, 2, 1. Rebs! Good day. Good day for the Rebs. Good weather, too. So, a lot of fun.
My bat and gloves were in the locker room, so, but I guess I need to do that more often. So
now we got to get on the airplane and get back to Oxford, man.
Have you ever played the outfield?
I have a couple times.
If I put you in left, would you catch the ball?
Yes, I will.
All right, go hit for Dylan.
What happened? There's a laundry mishap, and somebody stole my pants, and they will be revealed. I will get to the bottom of this.
His fault.
It was not my fault.
100% his fault.
No, not 100. Probably 60% my fault. 40%.
80% his fault.
You didn't have to bring that old 2x4 truck, did you, would you?
It's not gum on my lip. Popped a bubble, I can't get it off.
That's amazing eyes.
That's probably really loud, isn't it?
Is it gone?
Man, there's a lot of people in this meeting this morning.
Boy, Nick, way to move them feet. Got them clippers on.
Next stop, California.
No, next stop, Atlanta.
Back!
Back.